When Sam Heughan stepped into San Diego Comic-Con 2025 with his brand new look, it wasn't just another celebrity appearance. It was an event, a cultural moment that sent shockwaves through both the Outlander fandom and the broader Hollywood conversation. For more than a decade, fans have associated Sam with a single image: Jamie Fraser, the Highland warrior with cascading curls, a rugged beard, and the timeless aura of a man out of history. But on this day, Sam shattered that image, revealing something sharper, bolder, and undeniably modern. The transformation was captured in a stunning photoshoot with TV Insider, and the images spread like wildfire within minutes of being posted online. Wearing dark jeans, boots, a black t-shirt, and a button-up shirt layered on top, Sam looked every bit the suave leading man. But it wasn't the clothes that had fans gasping, it was the hair. Gone were the locks that once evoked the romantic fantasy of the Highlands. Instead, Sam unveiled a close-cropped hairstyle paired with a neatly groomed beard, giving him an edge that fans immediately linked to his upcoming role in Shakespeare's Macbeth. Captured at Comic-Con camera with Flash 2025 at TV Insider, Sam captioned his post, keeping it characteristically simple. Yet that understated note belied the explosion of reactions that followed. The moody photos showed Sam both alone, smoldering into the camera, and alongside his co-stars Sophie Skelton and Richard Rankin, who seemed equally energized by the moment. For fans, it wasn't just a new look, it was a statement. The comments section beneath his post turned into a frenzy. "Fierce and handsome, you are going to rock Macbeth. Can't wait to see you." Red heart, one fan gushed. Another wrote, "These are beautiful photos. You leave no one indifferent to your charm." Throwing kisses smiling face with hearts smiling face. Others simply called him magnificent and very suave, with one cheeky admirer declaring, "Sam, you need to stop teasing us." Open mouth face, yummy face, tongue out, smiling face, heart hands, medium light skin tone, tears of joy. "I'm joking, but you do look rather handsome there." Red heart. But amid the praise came something else: shock. For many, this was the first time they had seen Sam so dramatically removed from his Jamie Fraser persona. "Looking very Shakespearean these days," one fan commented knowingly, while another admitted, "I'm loving your Macbeth beard, but wow. Jamie is really gone, isn't he?" It was both a celebration of his evolution and a grieving of sorts. The end of an era for fans who had long conflated Sam the man with Jamie the legend. And that, perhaps, is what made this reveal so powerful. It wasn't just a haircut or a beard. It was a line in the sand, a signal that Sam is moving forward into a new phase of his career. With Outlander officially wrapping after 8 seasons, the timing couldn't have been more symbolic. This wasn't just a fresh look, it was a rebirth. The cultural resonance of the transformation was impossible to ignore. Entertainment outlets leapt at the story. Headlines screamed, "Sam Heughan's new look leaves fans speechless at Comic-Con," and, "From Highlander to Macbeth, Heughan reinvents himself." Fashion magazines praised his sleek appearance, noting how the cropped hair emphasized his angular features and how the beard lent him an unmistakably Shakespearean gravitas. Suddenly, Sam wasn't just Jamie Fraser. He was being reimagined as a modern leading man who could step into roles as iconic as Macbeth, or perhaps even James Bond. For the fandom, the moment sparked fierce debate. Some fans were exhilarated by the transformation, thrilled to see Sam embrace change. "He's evolving, and we should be proud of him," one fan argued in a Facebook group. Others, however, mourned the loss of the Highland look, lamenting that the man they fell in love with in 2014 had finally disappeared. "This feels like saying goodbye all over again," one post read. "Goodbye Jamie, goodbye curls. My heart hurts." Sam, of course, seemed perfectly at ease in the storm he had created. Calm, confident, and self-assured, he posted the photos without any commentary beyond the basic credit, as if daring fans to draw their own conclusions. And they did. Thousands of them, dissecting every angle of the beard, every line of the haircut, every expression in the photos. By the end of the day, hashtags like #NewSamWhoDis and #MacbethLook were trending, cementing the reveal as one of the most talked about celebrity transformations of the year. What could have been a simple photoshoot became a milestone moment, the day Sam Heughan officially stepped away from Jamie Fraser's shadow and into the light of his own identity. San Diego Comic-Con has always been a place for dramatic reveals, but no one expected Sam Heughan's transformation to be the one stealing the spotlight. It was the perfect stage for his declaration of independence, and the perfect way to remind fans that while Jamie Fraser may be immortalized in television history, Sam Heughan is still evolving, still daring, and still capable of surprising the world. If Sam Heughan's new look was the spark, Caitríona Balfe's reaction was the explosion that sent the internet into overdrive. When she first saw the photos from his Comic-Con shoot, Caitríona couldn't contain herself. She laughed, not a polite chuckle, not a restrained smile, but a burst of genuine laughter that instantly became the viral moment fans didn't know they needed. Within hours, clips and GIFs of her reaction were everywhere, accompanied by captions like, "Caitríona speaks for all of us," and "Me when Sam shaved his Highland curls." But Caitríona's laughter wasn't cruel. It wasn't mocking the man who has been her on-screen partner and off-screen confidant for over a decade. It was the kind of laughter that comes from familiarity, from years of friendship so close that change feels both shocking and hilarious. After all, no one knows better than Caitríona how tied Sam has been to his Jamie Fraser image. She has watched him endure endless fan speculation, meme-worthy photoshoots in kilts, and the pressure to embody the same rugged warrior year after year. So when Sam finally unveiled something so different, her reaction was the natural one: surprise, amusement, and a little bit of awe. "Look, I've seen Sam in a lot of guises," Caitríona later explained in an interview. "I think he's brave for changing it up, but yes, it definitely gave me a laugh. I mean, it's Sam. He always keeps us guessing." Her words carried that mix of playful ribbing and warm support that has defined their friendship from the start. She wasn't diminishing his transformation, she was grounding it, reminding everyone that beneath the storm of headlines, this was still just her friend Sam, unpredictable, bold, and endlessly entertaining. The fandom devoured every second of it. Some fans turned her laughter into memes, writing captions like, "Jamie Fraser who? Caitríona knows the real Sam," or, "Our exact reaction when we opened Instagram this morning." Others celebrated the moment as proof of the bond between the two stars. "This is why I love them," one fan tweeted. "They can laugh at each other, support each other, and make everything feel more human." And it's that humanity, that grounding presence, that gave Caitríona's reaction such weight. For fans struggling to let go of Jamie Fraser's iconic look, Caitríona's laughter provided permission. It said, "Yes, this change is shocking. Yes, it's different, but it's okay to embrace it with joy instead of mourning." She turned what could have been a divisive transformation into something playful, a shared inside joke between friends that fans were allowed to witness. But beyond the humor, her reaction highlighted a deeper truth about Sam's career. For too long, he has been boxed into Jamie's shadow, expected to preserve a look, a persona, a fantasy that wasn't truly his own. Caitríona knows better than anyone how much weight that has carried, how fans blur the line between fiction and reality, how tabloids seize on every shift in his appearance or personal life, how the myth of Jamie Fraser often overshadows Sam the man. Her laughter, then, wasn't just about the haircut. It was about the liberation it represented. She laughed because Sam had finally done what fans never expected: he broke free. That liberation ties perfectly into Sam's upcoming role as Macbeth. The short hair, the beard, the sharper aesthetic, all of it screams Shakespearean tragedy rather than Highland romance. Fans immediately linked the look to his theatre return, praising how it seemed to foreshadow the darker, more complex roles he's stepping into. Caitríona's laughter, once again, added a layer of relatability. It reminded the world that even as Sam reinvents himself for one of literature's most iconic roles, he's still the same man who can make his closest friend laugh until her sides hurt. Of course, not all fans were ready to let go so easily. Some clung to the Jamie image, lamenting that the man they first fell in love with on screen had finally disappeared. "Caitríona can laugh," one fan wrote in a forum, "but I'm crying. I want my Jamie back." Others saw her laughter as a challenge. If she could embrace the change with humor, maybe they could, too. Slowly, the tide began to turn. What started as division over Sam's look began to evolve into acceptance, spurred on by Caitríona's unshakable good humor. In the end, Caitríona's reaction transformed the entire narrative. Without her, the focus might have been on loss, the death of Jamie Fraser's look, the end of an era. But with her laughter echoing across interviews and social media, the story became one of joy, evolution, and friendship. It was no longer about saying goodbye to Jamie. It was about celebrating Sam, the man behind the myth, as he steps into a daring new chapter. For fans, the message was clear. It's okay to let go of the past, because the future is still thrilling. And sometimes, the best way to do that is to laugh.